Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to publish a React Native app to the Expo App Store. And if you don't know already, Expo has its own app store similar to the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. And you can basically deploy your React Native apps that you built with Expo to the Expo App Store. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you the steps to deploy your app to the Expo App Store. And I'm going to be walking you through creating an Expo account, some prerequisites for your app, and actually deploying the app. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first off, you'll need to create an Expo account in order to deploy our app. So what I've done here is I've went to expo.dev/sign up, and here you will create your account, and you should be logged in once you create your account. Now I already have an account, so I'll just log in and cut back once I'm logged into my dashboard. Once you log in, this is what your dashboard should look like, and under this project section is where you'll see all of your Expo apps. Now, I've already made an actual app with Expo, so that's why I have this app called Weather Wizard, but for you, it should be empty. And now that we have our account created and account configuration complete, we can move on to setting up some prerequisites and deploying the app. Alright, so I've opened up Visual Studio Code and I have my Expo app here called Test App. And this app has nothing inside of it, and it's just a bare Expo project that returns hello world, as you can see in this app.js file. And this is the app that I'll be deploying. Now, before we actually deploy this app, we'll need to set up the prerequisites, which are basically some settings in this app.json file right here. And what we're going to be doing in this file is changing the name of the app, slug, changing the app icon, and the splash screen. Now, the name is, of course, the name of the app that people will see. The slug is the name that you use for your app in the app URL. The app icon is the icon or the logo for the app that people will see. And the splash screen is the loading screen that people will see when they open up the app. So now that you know what those parameters are and what they mean, we can start making some changes to this app.json file. And what we're going to do first is change the name of the app. And the name for this app is currently test-app. But what I'm going to do is change it to awesome app. And this is the name that will show for the app when we go to the Expo App Store. The slug is the name in the URL, and this will usually be the name of the app with a dash in between each word. So I'm going to put awesome-app. Okay, and the splash screen and app icon right here are images, and they're in this assets directory that you see right here. The icon.png is the default app icon, and the splash.png is the default loading screen for the app. Now, these images are the images that will show when people see the app or open it up, and you can create your own images by using tools like Photoshop or Canva, which is pretty easy to do, but for now I'm just going to put a React logo for both of these. Okay, so I just created these two files right here. One of them is the app icon that just says awesome app with the React logo, and the other is the splash screen or the loading screen for the app, which just says awesome app with the React logo. And in our app.json, the current icon is set to icon.png, which is this default icon right here, and the splash screen is set to splash.png, which is this default splash screen right here. So what we're going to do in this app.json is change these two to these two right here. So for the icon, I'm going to put react icon.png, and this will point to this icon right here. And then for the splash, I'm going to change it to react splash screen.png, and this will point to this file right here. And now that we have this, we can delete these two files and delete this right here. And now we're ready to deploy the app now that we have all the prerequisites set up. And one more thing to mention before we deploy the app is that we can also create a description for our app, which gives a little bit of information about it, and you'll see this once we deploy the app. So in order to create the description, you can just create a new line and then put description and then the description of the app. So let's just say this is an awesome app. Alright, and this will be the description for the app, and this is what people will see when visiting it. Okay, so now that we have the description, name, slug, icon, and splash screen done, we can move on to the deployment process. And for the deployment process, we'll first need to log in to Expo via the terminal and then run a command to publish our app. So first, I'm going to open up my terminal and log into the Expo CLI. And in order to log into the Expo CLI, you will have to make sure that the Expo CLI is installed. So to install it, make sure to run npm install-g expo-cli. And if you get an error on Mac, make sure to put sudo at the beginning since you're installing a package globally. Now, since I have the CLI installed, I won't have to do this part. And once you install the CLI, you can just log into Expo by doing expo login. And here I'm just going to type in my credentials. So I'm going to type in my username and then password. And then once you type these in, you're logged in. And then once you're logged in, you can just run expo publish to publish the app to the Expo App Store. And this will take a while, so I'm going to speed up the video. Once you publish your app, you can go back to your Expo dashboard, and if you refresh it, you can see that the app is shown right here on the left. If you click on it, it will lead you to a general overview of your app, and here you can view some information about your app. And by default, the project privacy will be set to unlisted. So if you want to show this app on your profile, then you can just set this to public. Okay. And to go to your profile, you can just go on the top right corner over here and then click on profile. And here you will see all of the apps that you have made and published to the Expo App Store. If I click on Awesome App, it'll lead me to the app page. And if you have the Expo Go app on your phone, you can just scan this QR code or open this link on your phone, and you can run the app on your phone. Now that our app has been deployed to the Expo App Store and we can run it on the Expo Go app, we're basically done. And just to recap what we did in this video, we first created an Expo account, then set up the prerequisites for our app, which included the app name, which is right here, the description of the app, which is right here, the app icon, and the slug in the URL right here. And once we set up those prerequisites, we logged into the Expo CLI using the terminal and just published our app using the expo publish command. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'd also like to say a thank you for 200 subscribers. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.